Hi, everybody. Sheila E here. Oh, my God. You cannot believe it. I am here with Shawn Stockman's On That Note. Please watch it because this man is incredible. I love him. I've always loved him. He's the nicest human being I've ever known today. Well, just today, but maybe tomorrow too. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, there was so much to talk about. We have part 1, part 2. We got to do a part 3. I got to come back. I love you. Watch the episode. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of On That Note. This is the place where we speak a language we all understand, and that is music. I am your host, Shawn Stockman, and boy, am I excited today. You know, this is the perk of having this job. You get to meet not only your idols, people that you looked up to, and this young lady is both, but she's also a triple. She was also one of my little childhood crushes, but we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, because we're adults now, and you know, it is what it is. But anyway, my guest today is an East Oakland native who's become a pioneer in her own right. She's played alongside a few struggling artists whose names you might have known, you know, like Herbie Hancock, Lionel Richie, Marvin Gaye, Ringo Starr, Gloria Estefan, Beyonce, Prince, all struggling artists. You know, just guys that's just trying to make it in this business, you know, but we wish them the best. Just to name a few, since she stepped on the scene, she's made a footprint that has not been able to be duplicated, at least not yet. I haven't seen anybody. As long as since you've existed, there's no one like you. Nobody.
Okay. Big facts.
Like, am I right?
100%.
Like, there's nobody like you. There's
Thank you.
no one walking the earth that has personified what you have. Okay?
Okay.
We get flowers here, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? So I just kind of giving you, you know, understand that. Since she stepped on the scene, she's made a footprint that has not been able to be duplicated yet. There's been no one like her anywhere on earth. Since birth, she has truly moved to the beat of her own drum. See what I did there?
Da-dunk.
Yes. She is a big sister, a daughter, goddaughter of the legendary Tito Puente, an author, philanthropist, legendary drummer, percussionist, multi-platinum recording artist, trailblazer, a ferocious and electrifying performer, even though she still gets butterflies.
That.
Right?
Where's my drums?
We didn't bring the drums.
You still
today.
get butterflies, right?
Oh, of course.
That's like your...
That's if they go away, I need to quit.
Right.
That's a forever feeling.
That's a body check.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really important because that's, to me, that's God telling me this was the gift I gave you. So
Yeah.
it's still exciting,
It-
like I'm playing for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the words of Terry Lewis, he said, when it stopped being fun, quit.
Yeah,
Mm.
that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No,
I don't see that in your future.
nope.
At all. Okay, that's good. That's good for us to know. Hollywood Walk of Fame recipient and 49er fan?
Yeah.
Bang, bang, baby. Let's go.
Bang, bang.
See what I'm saying?
49ers.
See what I'm saying? I saw that.
She from the Bay, though. That's
Yeah,
why.
well, that's true. But, you know, you could go either way, especially back then. You could be a
Right.
Raider. You could be, you
Right.
know,
Well, I would
so,
see her hanging out with my guy, Barry Bonds. So, you know, that's my
That's
brother.
my homie.
Yeah, Barry's
Yeah.
my
There
guy.
you go.
So,
Yeah.
that's double kudos for her.
Double
Niner
kudos.
fan all day. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for, wait.
one more.
You told me that, well, you told us in your book that depending on who you're around in your family, you have many nicknames.
Yes.
What are some?
My nickname?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Give us some, because I give the names before I give the name.
Oh, okay.
So
Cho.
Cho.
Cho-Cho-san.
Cho-san.
Cho-Cho.
Cho,
Auntie Sheila.
T Sheila, aka,
Shayla Ray.
aka,
Nannery.
aka. Anything else?
Yeah, that's enough for now.
Okay, that's good. That's fine enough. The queen of percussion. I got my nicknames for you.
Okay.
The charismatic, the beautiful Sheila Cecilia Escovedo, aka
Wow.
Sheila E.
Nice. Wow. Thank you.
I mean, you know,
What an introduction. I need a copy of that. I'll play it before every show.
that is,
No.
you're more than welcome. You're more, matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Miss Sheila E. Now you can use that.
Ah, that's awesome.
Just give us a call
Clip
after
it.
it's all done. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you.
I'm great
for
now.
having me and reaching out and saying, "Can you come?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can be here."
Yeah. Thank you
No,
so much.
of
I
course.
mean,
anything for you.
oh,
Anything for you.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, again, starting off before the cameras, cut on, I told you I'm a fan. And the thrill of doing this podcast is me being able to have actual discussions with people who I looked up to and always wondered what they were thinking. and in their creative space and
Yeah.
the choices you made. That's why this show, I think, resonates with people, not just because of beautiful guests like yourself, but I think people get a kick out of watching me fan out. Because I do. My approach is to ask the questions I believe people would want to ask you.
Yeah.
So I don't really take this as like, this isn't an interview to me. This is kind
Yeah.
of like a
It's a conversation. Absolutely.
That's why we have a couch instead of a
Yeah.
desk. That's like, we want to be comfortable
Mhm.
because we want you to feel at home. There's no gotcha moments. We'll let you know that. There's none of that stuff. We don't do that here. This is all about positivity and fun. So,
Beautiful.
and we're going to talk about music and we're going to talk about your life and all those good things that happen to it. So, you
All
good?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go back. I like to start the segment called We're Going to Go Back, Way Back, Back in the Time. 1967, I believe you're 10. Am I right?
I was 10 in 67.
Okay, cool. 10 years old.
She shook her head though.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, he said go back. I didn't think he was going to go that far back.
Oh yeah,
but that's
we
good.
start from the gate.
Well, you should have started a little earlier than that, but go ahead.
Okay, you want to? You know what I'm about to ask you?
No, I don't. So ask me first.
Okay, I picked this age mainly because it's the formative age that takes us from, we're not as young as we were, and we're kind of growing into our development age. And around that time, that's when our music tastes really kind of take shape as far as like what we like then, we'll probably always like. So that's why I chose that area, around 10,
That's
11
nice.
or something like that.
I like that.
So take us in to the Escovedo house. Already knows hella musical. I'm sorry, hecka musical.
No, hella is right because that's Bay Area.
Okay. All right. So
Bay Area is hella anything.
Hella musical.
So you said it right.
Okay, cool. But you say hecka in your book.
Yeah. But the name of my album is Hella Funky. So
okay, all right. Just, trying to be respectful.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. So, all right. So let's go back. Hella music in the house, in the E family house. Can you give me certain artists, certain sounds that when you would wake up in the morning would just hit different than maybe other music that was being played, whether in your neighborhood or anywhere in your house? Give me some artist names, songs.
Outside of my house?
Inside and out.
Well, it would be my dad at first,
Of course.
because he would practice every single day.
Shout out to Pete. Shout out to Pops.
That's it. All day. Still playing too.
Yeah.
No, he was like the influence. He was everything. Playing the vinyl every day. And his collection was, him being a Latin jazz artist, self-taught. Playing the vinyl means his vinyl collection was pretty awesome.
Mm.
From just not Latin jazz artists like Tito Puente, Mongo Santa Maria, Eddie Palmieri. Then he's playing Miles Davis, Coltrane.
Sheesh.
And then we've got Motown because that was the time of Motown. And so it was a mixture of all that Latin jazz, funk.
Mm.
And so that music, all of that, very young at 10, that was what we heard. And because of the influence of the Bay Area, there's so many bands and artists
The Bay Area is
that
popping.
come from the Bay. It's just
crazy.
insane. Yeah, it was insane. So, my dad playing with different artists as well as playing with his band. So the influence is coming from the outside of the home besides my dad and all of what he brought in the home. On the outside, then you're looking at Sly, Santana,
Mm-hmm.
Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead, yeah.
Yeah, all of those bands, Tower Power, and then later on Pointer Sisters, like the list goes on. There's
Wow.
so many. And then to be able to, at that time, well, not at that time, but a little bit older, my brothers and I would go catch the bus because we would hear about, Sly's getting ready to rehearse, at this community center. And so we'd go catch the bus. We'd steal some money from my dad's little wallet thing, take some change and get on the bus. And we'd catch the bus, get off at the corner. It was a liquor store across the street. We'd go into the liquor store and we would get Twinkies and a 7-Up and sit on the curb of right there outside of the community center, just listen to
Survival
Sly.
pack.
Yeah, just
Survival
like
pack.
enjoying live music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Upside. Between studio days, family time, and jumping on set for On That Note, I'm constantly making quick stops, filling up the tank, grabbing something to eat, or running in for a few essentials. That's why I like Upside. It's an app that helps you earn cash back on the everyday things you already buy, like gas, groceries, and dining. Here's how it works. You open the free Upside app, claim an offer, and then pay like you normally would. Then you've earned cash back and you can cash out to your bank account. So whether it's a fuel stop before an early call time, a grocery run on the way home, or grabbing a bite after a long night, Upside makes those everyday purchases feel way better. Upside is giving back $1 billion. $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code On That Note to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's right, an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code On That Note.
But again, it's interesting because at that time, at 10, I was 9 to 10, I was in the 3rd grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all that music, my dad Pop saw that I was interested in playing congas or just playing percussion in general because I watched him play every day. And he's like, I want you to play another instrument. I'm like, yeah, I get to play drums. I was excited.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, I want you to learn how to play violin. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I was mad. Yeah. Because first of all, we lived in the hood. I can't walk around with a violin. I'm going to get beat up.
It wasn't gangster. Violin wasn't gangster.
Not even close.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, kids, though, violin can be gangster.
It is gangster.
It is gangster
but
now.
to some, back then it wasn't considered. It was considered too posh.
If you're older and you understand the music, then you understand how gangster a violin is.
Yeah, violin is pretty gangster.
It was like pretty intense. And I'm like, violin, golly. But I'm glad that I did because I love classical music.
Yeah.
I ended up, unfortunately, not learning how to read music because growing up in an environment of music in the house every single day, whatever you played or whatever I heard, I would try to emulate it first time.
Yeah.
So playing violin is like playing something. Oh, okay. And I'd just play it instantly. And I was first violinist for 3, 4, 5 years.
So even though you didn't want to play, you were pretty damn good at it.
I was good. I have to say I was good. First violinist and don't read music.
That's pretty sick.
I didn't read music. And then the teacher caught me and I was like, oh shoot, I'm in trouble. And she's like, how are you first violinist and you're not reading the music? I said, well, if you play it, I'll just play it right back.
You should have said, because I'm dope.
Because I'm hella funky.
I'm hella funky. What else you need to know?
That part.
Get that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remind me actually of a gentleman who I used to go to high school with. Because first off, let me say, I don't know why, but there's some weird connection between the Bay and Philly. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why. Like, I feel like there's like some connect there. Like we have a lot of the same, the culture, because Philly's hella heavy with the music culture.
Yeah.
You guys say hella a lot in Philly?
No.
No. You say because you've been in LA too long.
Yeah. We say other stuff. But yeah, it's like there's a gentleman, God rest his soul, he passed away a few years ago. His name is Joey DeFrancesco. He was a piano player. One of the baddest, like at 15, like he would play like Herbie.
Wow.
Like, I mean, not comparing him to Herbie, but you understand what I'm saying. And He didn't read a lick of music.
Mm,
None of it.
yeah.
It was just all genius. I say that to say that's genius. To be able to hear something
Mm.
and to go, oh, I got that. And I got to read it. And plus there's a level of rigidness to reading something on a
it's good.
sheet to some degree.
I think there's a lot of good in learning how to read. I'm not discrediting it. I think it's really important
Mhm.
because my dad wanted me to play violin so that he said, later on, he told me this, not at the beginning, but he's like, I don't want you to be a percussion player struggling like I've been struggling my whole life. And playing percussion is a hard instrument. Like, who hires percussion players? They'll hire violinists, for the orchestras. You'll be able to play in the symphonies, possibly do scoring and/or playing for movies.
Yeah.
Like, you could actually make a living doing this. And I'm like, okay, but you have to know how to read to do all that. You really do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it because it's important to read music to do all of that. There's a lot of importance in reading. I missed out on some of that.
Yeah.
I figured out a different way to
Yeah.
survive,
Yeah.
which is fine. But I think it's really important. At the same time, there's a not so great element of people that read so much when they're off of paper, when they're off the copy, they have no feeling as to how
Right.
do I play without reading it.
Deer in headlights.
And that part comes from here. And if you don't have that, it's a give and take. So
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Shawn. And one thing I've learned is that your banking shouldn't make your life more complicated. Between work, family, travel, whatever your day looks like, the last thing you want is confusing rules, hidden fees, or surprises when it comes to your money. At some point, you just start asking for something simpler. And that's what led me to Chime. What I appreciate about Chime is how straightforward it is. It just feels clear, predictable, and fair, which is how banking should be. No surprise charges, no minimum balance requirements, and overdraft coverage you can actually count on. And once you've got that foundation, the flexibility really starts to matter too. If you're someone who wants more control over timing, Chime delivers there. With direct deposit, you can get paid up to 2 days early. And with features like MyPay, you can access up to $500 of your paycheck when you need it. On top of that, Chime helps you build credit history in a stress-free way, and you can earn up to 3.5% APY on savings, which is higher than what most traditional banks offer. So it's not just smarter banking, it's a system that actually works with you. Chime is the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Just takes a few minutes to sign up. Head to chime.com/on-that-note. That's chime.com/on-that-note.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services, a secured Chime Visa credit card, and MyPay line of credit provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. MyPay eligibility requirements apply, and credit limit ranges $20 to $500. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. See chime.com/fees info. Advertised annual percentage yield with Chime Plus status only. Otherwise, 1.00% APY applies. No min balance required. Chime card on-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. See chime.com for details and applicable terms.
And you're right. Reading music it can take you to other places. It can present other opportunities, and that's great. But there's a level of book smarts that you have to kind of sit down, because street smarts is what makes you survive throughout most of life.
for sure.
Reading music, which is, again, we're not saying it's bad, it's a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's niche.
Yeah.
Like it's one specific group with a specific culture, and that's fine,
Right.
if you want to do that. But
Right.
to be, to me, a true musician, like, for example, you don't read music, right?
Mm-mm.
But,
I'm learning now.
and that's fine. That's
Good.
cool.
I'm
It
learning.
doesn't hurt.
It
It doesn't
not.
hurt. Like,
It does not.
but let's put it this way. Your innovation will be studied in schools.
Mm.
You understand?
Absolutely.
Because you didn't follow a particular curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
you created one by not,
Yeah.
because I feel like reading those notes, which are important, let me say it again, it's important,
Right.
but you changed how those notes were interpreted
Mm-hmm.
because you felt them a different way. And
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
what music is.
Mm-hmm.
First, it's feeling. Yes, Beethoven, Mozart, they wrote all those things down for
Mhm.
other people to then interpret and play,
Mm-hmm.
but they felt it first.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They just had to make it understandable for everybody else on what they felt.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from a feeling.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
It's, it's just like a language. Like, I'm learning Spanish.
Are you?
I am.
That's awesome.
Give us a sentence. What have you learned first, Shawn?
Yo
Give us
aprendiendo español, poco a poco.
And what does that say?
I'm learning Spanish little by little.
That's beautiful.
Was it pretty accurate? See?
So with that, like, I learned Spanish so I can talk to people that speak Spanish.
Right.
What inspired you to do that?
One, I live in LA.
that part.
Los Angeles, basically, guys, is
Right.
Mexico.
I mean,
Okay, like,
it's where it started.
that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Mexico. So
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere, whether it's a McDonald's or Home Depot or whatever, without running to somebody that speaks
But you
Spanish.
did sing in Spanish recently with Nikki.
I did, but the problem is that, like, I forgot all of it. But this time I'm trying to actually retain it. But anyway.
Well, even if you sing in Spanish, you don't always know what you're singing. Like you have
No.
to really. That's trying to get the
'Cause
feeling
is it
of
more
what
about
you're
melody
saying.
when you're singing in Spanish? Is that why?
Say it again.
You're more worried about the melody when you're singing in Spanish? Is that why?
And the pronunciation to make
Mhm.
sure that it sounds right, that it's believable. So you're saying it, but you're not thinking about what you're saying all the time. I
that
mean,
makes
that was
sense.
my issue, with
Mhm.
singing in Spanish. It's like, we didn't grow up speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
So to sing in Spanish, like, oh, we're singing this. What does it mean, Pops? I don't know. It's something like, he,
Right.
yeah.
And but again, you would never know based off of seeing her performances. Like, it's a feel. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
saying? Like,
feel.
it's a feeling. Like, like, you don't have to know. Because if you're hitting the right emotion, just like, we've done Spanish albums and people swore we spoke Spanish
Wow, that's awesome.
because we understood
Right. The feeling.
feeling.
Yeah. No, the feelings is everything.
Feeling is everything.
It really is.
Hey y'all, the big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. And hey, I'm right there with you, y'all. If you're new to Prize Picks, it's crazy how simple it is. I downloaded the app, started making lineups right away, and it makes watching the game more fun because you're locked into the action and not just tuning in for Bad Bunny. Now, I had JSN in one of my lineups, took more, and I was locked in the whole game. See what I'm saying? Plus, there's a social feed, so you can see what other people are playing, copy lineups from winners with a single click, or use it as inspiration for your own picks. And Prize Picks now has early payouts. So if your player gets off to a hot start, you got the option to cash out those winners before the game even finishes. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code ONTHATNOTE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code ONTHATNOTE to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
So when you go, all right, so let's go back to, like you said, let's go way back. All right. Your dad said, and I quote, "You were kicking in time to the percussion inside your mom's Juanita. Hi, Juanita.
Aw.
In her belly." He'd tell you with a chuckle. Like, so even before you came out, he was here.
That's what he says.
So that just leads me to believe that it was just in you.
Yeah.
You were music personified. You are music.
Yeah.
So the proof positive is when you were 5 years old. Can you please tell us that that wonderful time, that moment where Pops took you on stage at 5 for the first time?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us that story?
So my dad was playing with his brothers, Coke, and who played percussion as well, and my Uncle Phil, who played bass, upright bass.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a band called the Escovedo Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And in Oakland, there was a place called the Suites or the Sands Ballroom on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of the famous bands would go and play. So it was a big deal that my dad was playing there with his brothers. I was at her parents', my grandparents' house, the Creoles. And
Mhm.
we're sitting there and mom's like, we're going to go see your dad play and you're going to play with him. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So we didn't have a lot of money. We had the food stamps and those other licking stamps things that
Yep.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Me too.
Yeah. So, mom's needed to get me a new outfit. So she got me an outfit for this. And I remember getting dressed like I was excited. I'm getting this new dress. 5 years old, I remember it. A new dress, these black patent leather shoes that don't bend.
Yep, the ones that hurt.
That hurt, yeah. And the little white, little frilly socks. And I was really excited. So we get there and you have to walk up the stairs to get there. So you're walking up the stairs. My mom's holding my hand and I can hear the music from outside. And it's getting louder as we get to the stairs, the top of the stairs. My dad sees us at the front door and it was packed. I mean, to me, it looked like thousands of people. And he said, I want to introduce my wife, Juanita's here with my daughter, Sheila. Sheila's going to come up and play. So it's funny because then the crowd just kind of moved. I always say it was like the parting of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
We're just walking. I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
My dad picks me up and puts me on stage, and he stands me on the stool that they had for me to play congas. I don't remember playing a lick. I remember the most important thing to me at that time was fashion. I was going to get a new dress. It was all about these black.
It was about the dress.
It was about the dress and the black patent leather shoes, and I was getting dressed up. He said I played. They both said I played great. I don't remember playing. It was like I fainted or something. I don't know. I don't remember the moment other than looking in the audience and everyone's coming to the stage, and I don't remember the music other than the whole, before the performance. So my dad said it was great. He said I played great. I wish I could remember that moment, but I don't.
Yeah,
I've tried to go, come on, God, just let me just. I don't remember any of it.
It was for your parents.
Yeah, it was for them.
It was for them. That's beautiful. Now, was that a moment where you said, you know what? I think I want to do this? Because there were times where, you wanted to do a lot of things. You wanted to be an Olympic gold medalist, a track star, right?
Oh, that was a given.
Yeah.
That was going to happen.
So you could run really fast.
Yeah. Like you couldn't catch me if you wanted to.
Ain't that
No, I was
something?
that good, for real. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Like,
what
I wouldn't-
age is this? Like high school?
No, elementary school, I was fast. Yeah.
Huh.
Because we lived in the hood. Because we lived in the hood, and I back then had supposedly the good hair. So I would get beat up every day. So I would run to try to get home as quickly as I could before some of those other kids and the gangs would come and get me.
Sure.
So that was why I was like, when you run for your life, it's a different kind of run.
Yeah. The ass whooping will motivate you.
Big time. Yeah. No, for real. And it got to the point where I was so fast. And then I started running track in elementary school, junior high. I was breaking all the records. I was beating the guys, and I'm like, I'm going to the Olympics. I'm training to be in the Olympics, and I'm going to win a gold medal for sure. Like, it's a given. And then early on, I was playing on an all-women's soccer team. We were undefeated for 5 years. I got trophies for the most goals. Like, you couldn't catch me.
Wow.
No, I was fast.
That's crazy. So
that moment, it wasn't early on. It was later on.
it was later on.
Later on,
That
yeah.
you felt like.
But my goal was to just get the gold medal. I already knew I was going to the Olympics. It was a given.
Yeah.
No one could tell me otherwise.
We're going to speak about that confidence of yours.
Well, because when I was growing up, I would say 5 or so. There were only 2 things. One was to win a gold medal, and the other one was to be the first astronaut woman on the moon. That was
another
it.
thing you wanted to be. You wanted to be an astronaut.
I did. I loved space. I loved looking up, looking at the stars, looking at the moon, like everything about space, science, and all that, and art.
Yeah. Your dad painted, right?
He does.
He still does.
Almost all our family does.
Would you go to space now? Like, I know they're talking about making these like trips, right? Like Elon Musk.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good. Yeah, Elon is I guess creating these aircrafts where you can actually go to space.
Right.
Would you do it?
No.
Yeah.
Let me
It's
tell
a
you
little
what.
different.
It's
Yeah,
different
see,
now.
See,
No, it's
that's a real answer. Right
No,
there.
you got these cars that when something happens, they don't work and you're stuck. I'm not going to be in space and that thing don't want to work.
Yeah,
Well,
Elon's not doing well on the ground, let alone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can't, it gets freezing temperatures and the cars don't want to work. No, thank you.
It's true.
No, I'm going to pass on that right now.
That's a very good answer. It's one of the reasons why I got rid of my Tesla. But,
Yeah, me too.
well, you had a very loving family. You have
I
a very
do.
loving family. And your mom and dad would make food for the whole neighborhood kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what I've learned in your book is that the Escovedo house was the place to be. I mean, for
100%.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody. It was the place to like, there's music every single day, no matter what. There was never not music playing, whether it be on vinyl or my dad practicing or jam sessions or his band in the living room. Like there was
Wow.
music and people coming by and playing. We would play games. We were always very competitive. So any
Yeah.
kind of sport. And my mom, because her parents on the Creoles, they would gamble. So they had these gambling things. So we would bet, trying to make money all the time,
Yeah.
hustling all the time.
Yeah.
It was a place to be, and everyone would just come hang out. So, even though we didn't have a lot of food, moms would make things work no matter
Yeah.
what. And
Like moms do.
yeah, like moms do. She made things work, and they basically just kept the door unlocked. Like people would just come in
Wow.
and hang out, and sometimes we wake up in the morning, there'd be people sleeping on the floor. We don't even know who they were.
Wow.
No, it was just like go to mom's and pops' house.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and they're still like that. I have to force them to lock the door. So
Wow.
No,
But
I-
not only neighborhood kids would stop by. Pretty famous heavy hitting performers and artists would also come by the Escovedo house too.
Mhm.
Like, can you talk about that?
Well, yeah, Carlos Santana would come by.
Yeah,
I mean,
just pop up.
Wait, what year is this? He's just
Yeah.
coming by.
Hey, Santana's at the door. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
let him in.
yeah, let him in.
yeah, Carlos, Lou Rawls, the Whispers. Like the Whispers used to
Wow.
babysit me. I mean, the drummer James Levi would
It was
babysit us.
destiny that she was going to be
No.
a great. Yeah.
The soil was too
It's like Kwame.
rich.
It's like Kwame.
Like, yeah, like it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, who else? Please tell me. I'm sorry.
No,
I
I
interrupted
Tito
you.
Puente. Yeah.
Yeah, just legends. Stopping
Just-
by to
Have lunch.
have lunch,
Yeah.
have some lunch,
Some
kick
Jersey
it,
Mike's.
hang out. And they also used to rehearse there a little bit, right? Sometimes, right?
They would come and do a jam thing, just not like full on their bands.
Right.
No, it was
Just
my
a little
dad's
informal,
band. Yeah, my
little
dad's
hangout.
band. Yeah.
Did you know at the time, like, were you like aware of how great these people were, or were they
No,
just
I
family
didn't have
friends?
a clue. No, I didn't have a clue. I mean, later on, Carlos, yeah, because my dad and my uncle was in his band. So they were there kind of at the same time. And then, well, my uncle Coke was there first, then brought my dad. Then Coke left and my dad was there. And then my dad and my uncle started their band called Azteca,
Mm-hmm.
which was a huge band. And part of Carlos's band went with my dad's band. And yeah, so it was all, everyone playing with everyone, jamming, sitting in all the time.
Speaking of Azteca, there was a moment, another one of those golden opportunities for you, with your father's group. The percussionist,
Mm.
at one point couldn't make it to the show, or did he get fired, or did he leave?
He
or-
was sick.
he
He
was
got
sick.
sick. Yeah.
And little Sheila, 15,
Mhm.
it's like, Dad, I can do it. I can do it. Again, that competitive, I can do anything spirit. Like, she's always had it. And Dad was like, no, you're too young. I don't want to tell you a story. Just continue.
No, keep going.
No,
I
no,
love
no,
it.
no. Again, please expound on how you felt. Like, what was the urgency that I felt when I was reading those pages? Like, you really knew that you can do this.
I really knew that I could do anything. I don't care what it was. I don't care if I had never tried it. I'm going to tell you I could, because that's from my mom. Mom's is like that. She's you tell her something. Have you ever tried this, Mom's? Nope, but I bet you I can beat you. Like, why are we competing? Why you got to go there?
Right.
Come on, put some money on the table. Moms, are you?
Wow.
No, she's like that. That's where I got that from Moms. She's like, you can do anything.
Mm.
Just, yeah, you can do it. But the thing is, I was very confident in a way because growing up, I always ended up being the lead. Sheila, you tell everybody. Sheila, let's get everybody. You call it. why does it have to be me? And it just became a, why is it me kind of thing, you know?
Right.
So I was the one to always kind of like bring people together.
Yeah.
And that's again with moms. And she would always do it. And pops would go, moms, get everybody, you know, it was just that nature. And I got that from moms.
Case in point, you begged dad,
Hmm.
I can do it. Let me be the percussionist. I can skip classes. I could skip school to
And
do
I
this.
knew all the music. I was like,
And
I
you
know,
knew all the music.
I know it by heart. I'm like, I know the horn parts. I know everything.
How long did it take for dad to finally say, okay?
About 2 seconds, because I went to mom's and said,
Pretty easy.
yeah, I went to mom's and said, Mom's, daddy won't let me play in the band. And she walked over there and said,
Oh,
honey.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right. There was no rehearsal either. I just played the show.
Wow.
I didn't need to rehearse.
Where was the first show?
It was San Francisco at, I believe, the Moscone Center in San Francisco.
Mm.
And it was for 3,000 people, the most I had ever performed in front of. So
Your
that was
first show
with my dad, like that.
3,000
with his band.
people.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Off the cuff, just
Yeah.
on the fly.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You just walked into the Lion's Den and
Yeah. I mean, you know, watching them play and being a fan of my dad's in a sense as well, like that band Azteca was so amazing.
Yeah.
And the songs that they had were about peace and war and, you know, they had making statements,
Yeah.
you know, and telling stories and about the world. And so I love the music and the arrangements and because there were so many writers in that group, it was a mixture of a lot of different stuff. So you know, just I loved the album. I knew everything by heart. And I'm like, it's no big deal. I can just go play. I mean, I got this. And, you know, and I stood there and I mean, I sat down, was playing, sitting down. My dad was to the left of me. He's playing timbales, I'm playing congas.
and you remembered this performance.
This one I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty interesting because you think, okay, yeah, I can do this. And I had already been playing with other bands and sitting in and jamming with other artists. But, you know, it's your dad. And I've played with him before, but not with this band. This was a bigger band. This was a bigger deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got 18-piece band and you kind of sit up a little taller, like, okay, all right.
Right.
You know, you kind of
Yeah.
adjust.
How big was the band?
Adjust
18.
18-piece. Yeah.
Now, that's a lot of
18-piece
music
band.
flying out of that stage.
Do you remember every part of that 18-piece band?
Oh, absolutely.
What was it? Just people at home, that's kind of that's a big band.
Oh, it's a big, yeah, because they had 3 keyboard players. They had a guitar player,
Okay.
bass, drums, 4 or 5 singers, 4 or 5 horn players.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
about right.
a couple of percussion. Yeah. No, it was like it was intense, but it was so dope. And that's the thing is growing up in the Bay, listening to music, live music all your life. That's all I know is live music and, you know, like horns. Like horns are important to me. Like my dad every band has horn players.
Yeah.
Like these lead lines that the trombone players play are important. They lead the line into the next section. Like
Sure.
it all means something.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I knew all of the parts of what everyone was going to play and I knew the music. And so, you know, I stood up a little bit taller and he counted it off. We started playing and I was like, I was so happy, so excited. Like, you know, I loved competing.
Yeah.
I loved running track and winning and our games, undefeated team. 5 years, like it was all like, let's go, let's
Yeah.
do that. I got this,
Right.
not a problem. No big deal.
Okay. So you're playing, right? Doing your thing. Your dad looks over to you.
He says,
Hit that solo.
take a solo. Exactly. Yeah.
How'd you
So-
feel right there? Like what
Oh,
happened?
I was like, I got you. Not a big deal.
And?
I could play. And I started playing. I closed my eyes, started playing the solo. And you got 18 people singing and playing on the same stage. It's already intense. Already intense. Because you're like, it can't get any better than this.
Right.
And when I closed my eyes, that was the time that I just left my body seriously, spiritually.
Yeah.
I literally left my body. And that's never happened. And I say that to go back and forth because competing, what I pushed my body through to make sure that I tried to win every
Yes,
time I ran.
yes.
The competing means the training that I had to do to even the technique, all of that to get to win. So what do I do for this? It's like, well, I close my eyes and I know the music, so I'm just gonna play what I feel because that's all I know. And that emotion of, man, 18 people playing and I'm gonna play. And what happened was when I closed my eyes, I literally left my body for real. Like, this is not a dream. It actually happened.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it. I didn't read it. This really happened.
Yeah.
I looked down at myself like, wait, why am I up here? And
That's
I'm looking
crazy.
at myself playing.
That's crazy.
Like, wait. And it scared me.
Yeah.
But I see myself with my eyes closed. I'm still playing. And right now I hear nothing. Now it's complete silence in what I'm looking at. I see me playing. I see the band. And it was this way. I came this way. This is what's crazy. I came this way. The band is facing the audience this way. So I came to this side. And I'm looking down and all of these people. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, this is weird. This is scary. You know, and I'm like, what is like, what's going on? I don't get this. And then finally, at some point, I started to open my eyes, and I guess that's how I'm explaining. I came back into my body. I didn't hear any music. I heard nothing for a second. And all of a sudden, I could hear the music, but it was really low, and it just got louder and louder. Like, oh, wait, I'm waking up. And I can hear the crowd, and they're screaming and yelling, like giving me a standing ovation, and it's like screaming and yelling, like, what? And that's what I hear. And I'm going, wait, what? And then I finally open my eyes, and I'm still soloing. And by this point, I realized that I left and came back, but I was shaking, and I looked at Pops like this, and he's playing, going, like his mouth is open, like, what happened? And the band is just on fire, and everyone's playing, and I'm shaking, and then just tears rolling. And I'm like, and my whole body, when I was done, my hands were like this. I was shaking, trembling, and he just looked at me at standing ovation. It was just crazy. I'm like, I have never, like, in competing, all of the things that I've done in my life, never experienced, first of all, anything like that. But because it was spiritual, that was a different thing. I'm like, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So after the next song or two, whatever, we were done. And I go backstage to Pops, and I'm just yelling and jumping up and going, Daddy, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life. I'm supposed to go out on tour and be a percussionist. I'm going to go out on tour with you. And he's like, what? Like, what do you, like, but he looked at me, he goes, first of all, and we just talked, we both cried, we grabbed each other, we cried like babies. Like, what just happened, you know? And he's like, I can't deny you what you know. He said, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, and I said, well, the thing is, Daddy, is like, I think I went to heaven. And I did. I went to heaven, and I looked down, and I'm like, I saw what I was supposed to do. God showed me. And he said, this is it. Because if that's what heaven feels like, that's what I'm supposed to do, because that's what I want to feel like, being in heaven every single day.
Awesome.
That was the change of my life. Like, I dropped everything. Nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
And I said, Daddy, I'm going out on tour with you. 2 weeks later was the beginning of my tour life. Never been on a plane. That was the beginning, and never looked back.
Music is definitely a godly transmitter.
100%.
Everything that this young
100%.
lady just said is no bunk. Like, I can tell you there are moments where you're on stage and you're performing, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes there are certain notes I don't like to hit a certain way because it makes me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does something.
Have you had a moment where you cried on stage?
100%.
Yeah. Do you remember it?
No. But
You
know what happened.
don't cry that much to remember, because I cry all the time now.
Yeah. See, I
Because I can't help it, because it's too, because that connection, knowing that God gave me this,
Yeah.
that connection, that it's just a thankful moment of thank you for like what you just did.
Like sometimes music is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Like at certain times, it's all you need. Like you don't need food, sex, water, any of that. Like it transcends all of that. So to be on stage, it's almost like you're feeding your spirit everything. So when you're singing and you're hitting a song, and it's just a constant oscillating energy from the people to you, to the people to you, and so on and so forth. So everybody's a concert and a performance is probably one of the only places I believe that world peace could exist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because when
100%.
when you look around, and I'm sure you see it too in your crowds, you see black, you see white, you see Jew, you see Palestinian, you see young, you see old, you see all of these people, and for that moment, they're all singing the same song. Doesn't that sound godly to you?
Well, that's what I tell everyone for every single show that I do. There's a specific moment that I stop my keyboard player, like we're in church. And I say to the people that you are all here because you love, the word love, really, you love music.
Mm-hmm.
You're here because you love music. I said, this is one of the special entities that allow that happen, that you're not even thinking about it, but all people come. You didn't fill out information where you had to fill out a form that says, this is how much I make financially, this is where I live, kind of car I drive, blah, 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 all this stuff. No, you came here because you love music, and love surpasses all of this other political, whatever it may be. You're here because you love music. And that part of it is, this is the blessing that we give to you, and you give us back the love. And there's so many people in the world right now. Every single person probably in this room is going through something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going through something, you know how, you spent the 75 minutes with us, and we appreciate it. But someone might have forgotten to tell you today, if you haven't heard that, you are loved, that we love you. And so I just want to say that I love you because somebody needed to hear that. So I have everybody to turn the house lights on, and everyone has to. I said, this might be awkward, but I want you to turn to a stranger, not the people you came with and know. Turn to someone you don't know and say, I love you, to a stranger right now. And the whole room just changes.
Yep.
It changes the atmosphere. It changes everyone is just like, you see some people going, I said, nope, turn to somebody, and the stories that we hear every single show I said, listen, you never know what that blessing might be, but I'm going to tell you right now, because you told a stranger that you love them, today, this very moment, you might have saved somebody's life.
Yep.
And that's all we're doing.
Yep.
It's saving someone's life.
That's it.
And that love, and that's what I'm saying, it's a spiritual thing. It's like, it reaches people.
It does.
All ethnicities, genres, it doesn't matter your political views, financial, none of that, it matters.
That's why I hate when I hear people, either young or old, squander the gift of music. Oh, I'm just a singer. I don't control what they do. Yeah, you do.
Oh man, yeah.
You actually do. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you control everyone's emotions at that point. And you can almost make the crowd do whatever you ask them to do. I do something similar, but I do it in the beginning of the show where I say, Los Angeles, look to your left, look to your right. I said, if you do not know the person sitting or standing next to you, I said, be a neighbor, introduce yourselves.
Nice.
Say hello,
Mm-hmm.
make a friend. You're standing next to them.
Right.
Might as well introduce yourself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Y'all gonna be here for the next 2 hours. You might as well, you know what I'm saying? Get comfortable and, enjoy each other's scent.
Good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it is that power that, like I said, I attest to everything that you said
Yeah.
because it is true. It is a spiritual walk.
It is.
It is one of those things that people don't understand until they understand.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's the only place where people can congregate and say,
Yeah.
yo, I danced next to this Indian person that I never met before. And we sang the same song, and we rocked out and we smiled and that whole thing. That's the beauty of music. That's the power.
It's the power of
music.
music. It really is.
All right, folks, that was part 1 of the amazing conversation I'm having with the legendary Sheila E. Part 2 is coming up, and you'll hear a lot about, I guess you could say, her challenges of being a girl playing a man's instrument.
What?
We're going to get into those details in part 2. Hey y'all, and that was On That Note. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, here's a couple more videos for you to check out. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.